Get your shit together.
I know. Hello, and welcome to the Premiere Podcast, the official podcast of the Premiere. I'm your favorite bartender and your new favorite host, Carousel Kathryn. Today, I'm here with the original 2 out of 4 members of the local cowpunk band, Comin' Travis. She's your third favorite bartender, the best sweeper we have, lead singer and guitarist, recycling extraordinaire, and a teacher, aka boyfriend material, Sarah Lauren, accompanied by a man I've only met a few times and know more through his friends than actual conversations with him, also guitarist, Tripp.
Hi. Oh, this is scary now.
Tell us a little bit about yourself, Tripp.
Myself? Yeah, so I teach at Illinois Ryan University and religion and teach some theater as well.
Yeah?
And I grew up in Burlington, North Carolina, lived everywhere, Chicago, Nashville, Virginia Beach.
Australia.
All kind of fun places. I like to surf, not Australia. They're too scary over there.
He's got those facts off the dome.
Boom!
He likes to talk about himself.
Skate.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anything specific? That's all I got.
Yeah?
I like
Okay.
wrestling.
Yeah?
Yeah,
All
I like the fake wrestling.
All
The
of us
fake
in
wrestling.
the band really like wrestling, but fun facts, Carousel actually used to wrestle.
I did, but
We have an album called Kayfabe, which is all
I
about.
am
I mean,
aware.
because the other
Oh,
two you are
shit.
aware. The other
She
two are
already-
and
huge
I know you
wrestling
guys
fans.
like wrestling.
Curse
Yes.
on this.
I don't know. Go ahead.
Okay. FCC
Tell
rules.
us about yourself.
Yeah.
Myself?
Yeah.
I'm Sarah. You already know all you need to know. I'm a great sweeper. I am boyfriend material. If
Yeah.
you don't get that, you should have been at the show. I teach communications. I work in the communications field, and I like to surf, and apparently I like to get head injuries. I still have a concussion, so
Brain bleed.
and a brain bleed. Yeah,
Yeah.
I just had a CT today. Actually, I'll know more tomorrow.
The
hopefully.
doctors were actually like, that should be a name of a song. Brain bleed.
My doctor.
Sounds like a
Well, either
Ramones
that or
song.
I hallucinated that when the doctor came in to reveal.
You probably hallucinated it.
There's a lot I don't remember about that day, but
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Blitzkrieg brain bleed. That's tough to say.
Blitzkrieg
Blitzkrieg
brain bleed.
brain
That is a
bleed.
fucking
words.
tongue twister.
Words.
Words.
My specialty.
So tell me, how did you guys get started in music? Whoever
In
wants to-
general or together?
In general.
As a kid, I was actually obsessed with Loverboy.
They're the band for the youngins out there. They're the ones who do
Yeah.
working
Thank
for
you.
the weekend.
Yeah,
Thank you.
And Rick
That'd be fun.
Springfield.
Yeah.
I just thought
Yeah.
there. I had an iron-on shirt with Rick Springfield. It was like 3/4, and I was like, I am a god in this thing. And so,
Oh, yeah.
not at all. Yeah, I had no friends. So I was like, I have no friends, so I got to get a guitar because I also skate, so I needed something. So somehow I saved up enough money and just started banging out like simple tunes, and
Yeah?
and that was it. I wanted to be a rock star. So that's why I gravitated
Well,
toward punk, where there's zero
here
chance
you
of
are.
that.
Here you are. You
Yeah,
did
it's
it.
true. Made it.
You did it.
Made it after
about you?
decades.
Whenever I was young, my parents always had music on in the house from like probably the 20s through the 60s was always playing, and some 70s because my parents loved the 70s music. My dad had this old guitar from his mom or something, and it was underneath the couch. I remember it didn't have strings, and at the time I'd never changed strings on a guitar. And so the very first time I did, one broke and it split, and it scared me to death. So I went and I got my dad's work goggles to change the rest of them. And then I really got into the Beatles when I was in middle school. And then from there I found punk rock, which sounds weird. But when you think about, Lennon and some of those folks, they had that sort of like punk rock mentality of like things they were doing and things that they wanted. And then I found the Stone Roses and Oasis and the Sex Pistols, and it was sort of gone from there. But I couldn't escape my southern accent, so I had to work with what I was given, and cowpunk it is.
Well.
Bless your heart.
So I have to ask the question that everybody asks, obviously. Your name came from a drunken conversation and was between Comin' Travis and Sally Said. Talk to me about the thought process behind all of that.
So I'm obsessed with the Clash, and in retrospect, we still want to use Sally Said for something, maybe
an
acoustic.
acoustic thing?
But just was looking for something that was a play off of something else kind of thing, and so it's a Red Angel Dragnet, which is a Clash referencing the film Taxi Driver with Robert De Niro, whose name is Travis. And in the song, there's like, nobody could prophesy this except for Travis. Come in, Travis. And we both had enough to drink to be like, that is a brilliant name. It's so many levels deep. It's so meta. And I think in our entire career of playing, we've had 2 people, which they were significant moments. We've had 2 people who were like, I know where you got your name. And I'm like, you're that person.
Yeah, but there was a lot of Buffalo Trace involved, and maybe a
Back when
couple
you
of
could find it.
Coronas. So it sounded really cool. It sounded fun, but now every time that I have to explain it, it's like
It's just-
explaining
well-
a joke to someone. It's not ever as good as you want it to be. But I've come to really love it, and I loved it from the beginning. But there was a time when I was like, we should have went with Sally Said.
But you also have to really make sure you're careful where you put the comma.
Yes, you have to add the comma, or it gets very not safe for work very quickly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, that's what I thought when
Yeah.
I first heard
We're
it.
not safe for work banned.
NSFW.
Unless it's
Did I
grammatically
do that
correct.
right?
If it's grammatically
I don't
correct, you're
know.
good.
I can't wait
Use
to listen
that brain.
back. I'm
You
dyslexic
got
as
it.
hell.
Me too.
Nice.
So you host house shows where bands from all across the area play, and tell me about these shows.
Yeah.
And I'm not done.
Oh, my
She
bad.
is not finished. Shut the
Anyway,
Talk-
tell me about these shows and talk to me about your experience with.
So the shows, we get bands from all over the place. We've actually had bands from Boston, New York, 2 bands from New York. We've had bands from Nashville. So it's much. We actually have as many out of state bands almost as local bands,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
is really cool.
And we try to make it that way so it, hypes them up a little bit when they're scheduling tours
That's
out.
funny one though. I actually thought if there was going to be a band, there was one that was much more on the egregious. There's.
Hey.
I would have the band you mentioned. I would have. It ended up being good.
They're very
Well, talk to
kind
me about this
people.
egregious
But
one.
the other, there is a band that
don't have to
I would
name
not.
them.
I would not have
You
to.
don't have
I would
to.
not. No, I would not call
we
someone
just
out.
spill the
Can
tea.
we tell the tea
Yeah, spill the tea.
about leaving?
The viewers want to know.
That's a lot of story. That takes a little bit of.
I can
guys
tell it in
wanna-
5 seconds.
No,
Can I
you
tell
can't.
it?
There's no chance you can tell
Speed
that.
through it. I believe in her.
Okay, we were not. We were very stoked to have this band come
Yeah.
in. Didn't work out the way that we thought it would. Great musicians.
Just assholes.
Assholes.
That's all I have to say.
Then they called the next morning and they said our band.
You
broke
got to
down.
set that up. That won't.
Okay,
That won't.
so they were assholes, as we just noted.
Yeah.
They were very against, like, in the South you have a lot of neighbors who you might not agree with politically and otherwise, but you can still kind of get along, like you agree to disagree
Yeah.
on certain things. They didn't believe in that, so they were jerks to us because we had friends who were not on the same side of things as we were. And then they left and their van broke down, and they said, hey, do you have anybody that would know how to fix this? And Tripp, what'd you tell them?
So what happened was they just couldn't handle that you could be neighborly with people who have
Yeah.
different political differences. They
Yeah.
just couldn't handle it because it's all or none, 100%,
Yeah.
pure ideological stuff. And then when their vehicle broke down and they called and said, do you know anybody that can help us? I was like, I certainly do, but it's going to be someone that you do not politically align with. Would you still like their help? Because I'd hate for you, to go back on your convictions. And of course they took the help. But it was more just like our whole rule at house shows is just no dickheads.
Yeah.
No
That's
dickheads.
it.
That's it. And we've been really
You
good.
said
And no underage
and,
drinking.
and part of that band,
No underage drinking.
Yeah, part of that band was really
Sorry.
great. But yeah,
Yeah. I thought that they were very friendly.
they were cool. Yeah, they were
Yeah.
fine. So I'm not sure about that one.
what
So
I
you
heard.
got a reference
I
about
wonder-
that.
I wonder
I
what
want to know who
story
you
you
got that
heard.
reference from because they actually played a song. So I was
Yeah,
good.
there was only.
Well, I can't release my sources until the end, so.
All right, fair enough.
Well,
Fair
we
enough.
can, yeah.
But you
We'll
can
talk
edit.
offline.
Is that the
I
name?
guess
Is that
so.
the name we're editing out in case
Yeah.
they hear this?
Yeah, we
shit?
can
Yeah.
bleep that.
Yeah,
No,
we
that-
will bleep that.
Were they?
All right.
Well, if we're bleeping that, then were they the ones who
I would
just
drop. Well, I
went
don't
way
care.
too long over?
No, well,
That's
they
what I
started to.
heard.
No, oh, we've got a
Oh,
couple
that's the
done.
one.
Yeah.
That's the worst that she heard.
Yeah.
Was they went way too over.
Oh.
Over, and then they were late.
I did. They did start a little late, and I did because I do run it like a venue. Like
Yeah.
you start, and
Yeah.
and I did have to go. You got one more,
Yeah.
but I've had to do the other couple bands,
Yeah.
Because
including friends of yours.
we want to be
What?
very.
Friends of mine.
Well, even though this is a
I have
10-acre
this-
farm,
I
You
have
have
not-
some other common
Oh
friends.
my God, who?
wouldn't you like to know?
One.
It's a friend who I love dearly. It's a
Even-
friend, but that no, I'm a stickler for time.
Yeah,
Who do I know that's in a band?
we'll let you know
You
later.
are so overthinking
but
it, but
we
Spell
even
it out.
though-
Spell it out
No,
for me.
no, we're not
Yeah.
answering questions.
So-
that's what you did. to
That's
us.
not fair.
Very fair. Even though we're on a 10-acre farm, there are still neighbors and drums carry, so we do try to have a 10:30 cutoff line
Yeah.
for drums.
for drums. we'll do
all
karaoke
night.
until like
Yeah, we
1
do
in the
karaoke.
morning.
So book a
Sometimes
show
later.
at the
Yeah.
farm
Yeah.
if you're cool and not a
Yeah.
dickhead.
Go to the
Send your
show-
applications
show-
to come and Travis at Instagram or
At
at
Instagram.
gmail.com.
No, Instagram.
Instagram, because he checks that shit. I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fuck
your
it.
private Instagram.
We've had some stalkers.
We actually
You
have
know,
had
I
issues.
was interested in, because as a band, why would you?
We've had
but-
issues with a couple of people that actually got scary at a certain point.
Oh,
so
that's weird.
Tripp runs it, and it is heavily vetted because we have had some scary situations. We're not trying to be too cool for school.
No,
it's just it's a safety
You get
thing.
girls in bands and then dudes who are at all the things and are a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So then it's like it's one of those things where you're like, oh, I'm not sure about you as a dude, so I don't know if you're going to show up to this or not.
But we also kind of there is like a strikes rule. Like the very first thing, like if we see a red flag, we're going to see it. But then like it's not like we make the decision. Then it's continued things that go on.
You guys
you
want
know,
to go into detail?
no.
Okay. That's fine.
Thank you for asking, though.
So, Tripp, I have a few questions for you specifically, and then we'll get into some specific questions for you.
want none
and then we'll circle back together. So, you're a teacher, and the classes you teach is Animal Rights and Society. Talk to me about how that relates to the work that you do with your animal sanctuary.
Oh, okay, sure. Yeah. I was teaching a course on animals and society, which is the first year thing. It's more just a question of when it comes to animals, we're so intimate with animals in the sense that people either eat them, they have them for pets, they consider them family, they wear them, they put them on their feet, they put them on their hands, they go visit them, and like we're so heavily connected.
Zoom
to
into
them.
the boots.
Yeah, maybe, I don't know. And so it's just that kind of interesting thing about like,
Sorry, they're vegan leather. I was gonna say zoom into the boots when you said wear like an office sketch.
yeah.
Cut that shit out. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, it's
So
safe.
it's all about like how
Continue.
humans relate to animals and why we decide like
Yeah.
I'll eat that one, but I'm gonna have that one as a family member forever and ever. That one I don't care about at all. You can just chop it up.
Some
there's
we
a,
wear, some we eat.
oh
Some
yeah,
we
there's a
love.
ton of books on
Yeah,
this.
okay.
Yeah, there's a ton of books on this. So it was just that kind of thing of not being preachy about anything in it, just asking students why do we consider and some people don't even consider some animals animals. Like it's always a
Like
hoot
what?
that well like the number one question I get if somebody's like, you're a vegetarian? And I'm like, yeah. And like, so do you eat fish? And I'm like, what do you think, they're a fucking plant? Like, I'm always baffled by that. Well, what the fuck do you think a fish is? It's not a tree. It's an animal. So it's also just how people don't even know what constitutes an animal. And that can be tricky with like coral and things like that are tricky. So it's just kind of a fun kind of class and to have conversations about zoos and so we rescue animals and just let them live their lives. They don't have any utility other than living out doing their things, and so it's kind of cool.
If you come to the house shows,
You get to meet donkeys.
Yeah, you get to meet donkeys and 2 horses.
Yeah.
Some barn kitties.
Some barn kitties. We don't have any chickens right now. But
Right
we've had
now.
a bunch of chickens. Yeah. Special chickens.
Well, keeping on the topic of school and teaching, so you wrote a book called The Concept of Satan, or not called The Concept of Satan, about the concept of Satan. called,
wait. The Devil Wears Nada.
Yes.
That's
Okay.
a good one. That's a good one.
because of a wager you made with your class. What was that wager and how did it
So
become this
actually
book?
what happened is really interesting. I had 2 students, and one was this like adamant Christian and the other was just this adamant atheist kid, and they were just arguing with one another. And somehow she literally referred to the kid as like Satan's in you or something like that. I'm like, hey, easy, no ad hominem attacks. You can't attack you can attack the argument, but not the person. And so this kid was like, man, you know what? Since all you people think Satan's everywhere, I'm gonna go on this like mission to find Satan, and then if I find Satan, it'll de facto prove the existence of God. And I'm like, that's pretty clever. And so this was like on a Thursday, and so the next week comes by, and I was like, man, have you started your search? And he's like, nah, man, I just got drunk all weekend. I don't care about that. And so I was like, all right, cool. And frat kid, and I was like, I'm gonna do it. So I'm like, I'm gonna go on a search for Satan. So I'm hanging out with like everybody from like Satanists to pagan kids to folks who do exorcisms to priests to pastors, all in an attempt to try to find Satan. And so that was actually my most fun book I've written. I use
you've written a
words.
few.
Yeah,
You're an author?
I use words.
You didn't know that?
Yeah. I think
I
she's
just meant
making
because
my
he was trying
inability
to use words.
speak well.
That is
thought you were
a really
asking.
good book. So that one, and then I think that
The Devil is not as
Donkeys and Kings was
Buy that one.
my second favorite of yours. Donkeys and Kings was really good.
That was it's a book of fiction
Yeah.
where
Did it inspire your music writing at all?
The Wars Nada?
Yeah.
Oh, I see where you're going with that. I see exactly where you're going with that. And now I see if I answer yes or no, you're going to be able to figure out certain lyrics if that's where that's heading.
Oh, that's not where that was heading.
Now, there are playlists. I do put a lot lot of music in that book.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay,
There's a
noted.
lot
I
of
will be checking it
references.
out.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've got a copy you can borrow.
Okay.
No! Buy it. I want some royalties. I make like $1.
Give
him
that copy.
I
$2.
make like
Haven't
$1.
you got
it in that soft pretzel?
sharing?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
give me a pretzel.
So-
you get a copy for free.
Yeah, I get. Okay.
Give Emmanuel one as well, because that guy's he's had a tough day.
No, Emmanuel is very religious as well, right? Very spiritual.
Leave him alone.
You're
is.
very religious and spiritual, aren't you?
He is.
Yeah, I have an intimate connection with that.
There you
I
go.
like it.
He
I like
said,
it.
"Don't bring me into this."
He said, "Do not look at me. I'm not talking."
Circling back, going back to our questions. So last one for you individually. You once told a friend, "I'd love to drive you to the hospital, but I don't want to miss the band." What is it that made music mean this much to you?
I've been trying to get.
remember that
Yeah, I do. I've been trying to get those dogs to my house forever. I loved them. And Knucklehead Matt somehow throws out an arm dancing. I don't even know how he did it. And I'm
popped his
like,
shoulder out.
And I'm like, popped his shoulder out or something. I was like, you need to suck it up. And somebody, I was like, buddy, I would love to take you, but I got to see this next band.
Nora-
Yeah.
Who's at my house, by the way.
Nora Connor of the Dead Ringers. You can find them on
Used to
Instagram
play
as
bass
well.
for us.
Used to play bass for us. She took him to the ER that night, and then they came back, and we
came
were
back.
still going on.
And by the way, if you go to the hospital or not, you do get a special little sticker on the wall. So there's a sticker of Nora as well as Matt.
Well, back
Oh,
up,
so you
back
have-
up context, because you get it at the hospital,
So you've
and
had-
then you
Right.
bring it to the farm, and,
And
you
you
put
stick
it on the wall.
Just knocked over the
Yeah.
mic. So you've had multiple people injured on your property.
No, but
Oh
John,
gosh, no, wait,
John,
time out, time
John
out, time out.
Keller did
Hold on, let me
come
address
one
this.
time.
No, we have not had multiple people.
Just
put
one,
on
just
here.
Matt,
Just
just
one.
Matt.
Yeah.
And nobody was even touching him. He was literally just throwing his body around, and then he went down. Nobody even
Well,
touched
Must have
him.
that like
Bringing
Keller's
it-
Daniel or Daniel
I know what you're
situation
saying.
where
Yeah.
you're hypermobile.
Yeah.
Only one
Yeah.
injury. 7 years.
One injury,
Yeah.
but also this fucker right here, he will not only ditch you for music, he will ditch you if the surf is good.
Oh yeah.
So I had to be transported
Life
to
is short.
Virginia Beach to the
Hey.
hospital. To be fair, I did tell him to go, but the same fucking day that I was being transported, I wasn't even to the hospital yet. I get a text and there's a picture saying surf's good. I'm taking your board out.
It was really good.
And so
I couldn't do anything
I
anyhow.
get discharged, and then like I had to get my medical records released. This is when I got the brain bleeding, the concussion from surfing, and it was just like, friend will come when he wakes up.
Yeah. So I picked her up when I got up that morning.
I was fucking lonely and had 2 blankets, but I did tell him to go. So he will ditch anything for music and surf.
Well,
pretty much.
what made it mean that much to you? More than the people around you that love you and care about you.
Wait,
and
which makes what mean
music.
Oh, music. I don't know. It's just the lens by which I kind of
yeah.
interpret the world.
So you'd
And
let your
so I
friends
couldn't-
die for a good tune.
Possibly.
I hear it.
Almost did.
Honestly. It was
Almost
just a
did.
Yeah.
shoulder dislocation.
Well,
Wah.
you never know.
Man, she was in good hands.
Was she?
I have a doctorate, but not in medicine, so I could do nothing. She was in good hands.
Except
at
for
the
the
hospital.
emotional support and make sure she makes
That's
it
why I
happen.
told him to leave.
Just
I
so
didn't
you
need
know,
his emotional
just so you
support.
know,
Yeah.
I mean, I was clearly thinking about her as I was
Yeah.
texting her.
Yeah.
Like, hey,
yeah.
surf's good. I'm taking your board out. Do you mind?
Yeah.
And I'm
I
like,
s-
yeah,
I also
I
sent her
mind.
photos. They were so good.
I did tell him to leave because he's going to give me shit later. I told him to leave because I don't want anybody in that
it's-
room with me.
It's
Go piss, girl.
So, Sarah,
Yep. That's me.
during a show at Petra's, your guitar string broke and you had to run back to the green room to fix it. What is your advice to young artists when it comes to mid-show crisis management?
during her show at Petra's. This is like every show.
Shut up. It hasn't happened since I got the new guitar. Don't panic because I wasn't even panicking. The only reason I was panicking is because he gives me shit. I knew that the band would kind of like fill in with gaps and either say some funny stuff or just play something. But Miguel, who is a part of the band Chupacabra, if you don't know them, check them out. They're a local hit crew band. Maybe Newton considered, but he actually hooked me up and he changed a string on the spot at one of our house shows one time. I do recommend a lighter, if you're heavy with your hand, lighter gauge strings and a lighter pick. I have not
lighter
broken a
pick for
string
sure.
since.
And we always
then.
have an extra guitar set up.
Yeah, we always have two guitars set up just in case I mess it up because I'm typically the one to break a string.
Oh yeah, so
Yeah.
you'd say you are the crisis.
I am the
right?
problem. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's me. Hi. Boyfriend material, it's me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. If you had to choose, oh my god.
Start that over, run that back real quick.
If you had to choose between the Gaslight Anthems album Sink or Swim and the 59 Sound, which are you choosing?
Sudden realization I didn't put mascara on today,
This
so I
is a
wasn't worried about
crisis
that.
I've had for
This is a big crisis because
I hope you guys know
15
like how
years.
far back I went.
this
to pull
is
that.
this is deep. Okay, so
Yeah.
Is that on Bandcamp maybe?
so
It's like it's a
Stinker
picture.
Swim.
It's one of your first pictures.
Oh, on the Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
it was a whole thing. Like I needed
Yeah.
to know what people were
Sink or
choosing.
Swim. They're two different almost personalities of the same coin, right? Two different sides of the same coin. Because with 59 Sound, I feel like there's a lot. For me personally, when I listen to it, there's expression in a more delicate way than there is with Sink or Swim. But Sink or Swim just like kind of lets you let that rage out in a passionate form.
Would you say you're full of rage?
I'm always full of rage,
Yeah.
but I try to be a kind human.
She's like a rat
So-
in a cage.
So I am a rat in a cage. If you haven't seen me, I am a rat. So nice to meet you.
Well, they'll
don't call
see ya.
animal control.
Are you picking the album? Which one? Go.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Off the top of the dome.
The
1, 2, 3.
only-
1, 2, 3.
Do it, just
1,
say
2,
it.
3.
59 Sound, but
No
because-
caveat. No caveat.
That was the first
Next
Gaslight
question.
anthem I ever heard.
Next question.
Good.
Anyway,
Rude, hateful.
sassy.
Yes.
Both you and Tripp are the main contributors to your to writing your songs.
Mm-hmm.
Your lyrics "Footprint on the Bathroom Stall" from your unreleased song 510 was inspired by a footprint you saw of a Converse on the back of a stall at Zach's Hot Dogs in Burlington.
Zach.
Fuck, did you know that?
Talk
Wait a
to me
minute.
about
Miguel
your.
doesn't even know
Probably
that.
Bandcamp. I
Did
bet
you
I
put it on
I
there?
always go nuts
We
on
don't have
Bandcamp.
510 up on Bandcamp.
Oh, that's right. We don't.
Go ahead, ponder that one.
How do you know that?
Anyway,
Do you have my phone records? What? How do you even know it was a Converse?
I'm so happy that this is the response. This is exactly the
Wow.
response I wanted.
The fact that you knew the shoe is boggling
I did
me
make
right
it a
now.
story once, but
No, I didn't follow you guys.
that's right.
Wow, she's rude. She don't care about us. So, what's the question about it?
I didn't get to
Sorry,
it.
I was baffled.
Yeah, that was what I was hoping for. Anyway, talk to me about your writing process and your inspiration when coming up with new songs.
For that particular one, I had been to a doctor's appointment in Durham, and I was leaving, and there's a place called Zach's Hot Dogs. It's
As
in
we
Burlington. Okay, that is phenomenal, and I got a cheese dog. And I went to go to the restroom, and there was a literal Converse footprint on the door. And that was the first thing that popped into my head was footprints on the bathroom stall. And I was like, oh, I got to run with this.
And the cool thing
And
is
I
that
did.
we only have, I think, a total of 3 songs that we've
Co-written, yeah.
and that's one of them.
Yeah. That took
Noted.
both of us. So a lot of times I feel like Tripp's really good with coming up with like really catchy licks. Well, and verses too, but there's sometimes where you have chords that you don't have words for and I help, and then sometimes vice versa, because he's super catchy and I feel like I can be a little more on the
Brian Fallon is soulful.
side of things. I don't know, what's your inspiration for writing songs, mainly?
I didn't ask him.
She didn't ask me.
Oh shit. No,
Are you interviewing us now? Are you the interviewer?
I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
No, I don't really. I just like music. I
Yeah,
don't
I'm
really,
not inspired by
honestly,
anything,
the only
actually.
thing is I go in themes like. So we have 2 songs that's based off the film Beautiful Girls because I love that film, and I'll sit down and I'll write songs. I was watching the awful Kevin Costner Robin Hood movie from the 90s, and I probably wrote 4 songs just all around that. So I just see something I like, I get passionate about it, I obsess over it, and then I drop it. And if I get songs out of it, then we're good. And if I don't, I'll just move on to the next obsession.
I'll usually like be driving or walking or do something and there's like a line, and if I feel like it's something, I'll write it down or I'll just try to go with it then, because if you don't, you kind of lose the momentum. Because there's lyrics that I've been sitting on for years now because it just didn't go, and if you try to force it, they sound awful. I mean, maybe some of the ones that I've written sound awful anyways, but the ones that I force
If you try to
really
force
sound
it,
awful.
Yeah.
So yeah. Yeah, it just depends on what's going on.
Staying on theme with your inspiration, featured on your 2024 EP Kayfabe, your song Godfrey was inspired by your love for the movie My Man Godfrey. Talk to me about that inspiration and how you came up with that.
I was sick. I think I had COVID, and so I was in just a room by myself for like 10 days. And I love black and white films. Especially when I'm sick, there's something very, very comforting about a black and white film. And this movie's from, I believe it's 1939, might be 1938. But it's got William Powell and Carol.
King?
No.
I know.
God.
I just.
Anyways, it's to synopsize it really quickly. It's about this guy who is falling on hard times, and he's pretty much homeless. And this well-to-do family kind of comes across him playing a really cruddy game. But the girl who finds him falls in love with him, and he's like, no, I'm not doing this. But he finds his way back on his feet. I'm not going to ruin it. Go watch it. It's fucking 100 years old. I'm not going to spoil anything. They fall in love. I loved that movie so much. It was one of the ones that, like, while I was sick, and even now, like, if I'm not feeling good or if I just had a bad mental day, I'll throw it on. It always makes me feel better. And one day I just, like, a line popped in my head, and I was like, ooh, I could relate that to the song or the movie. So, that's where that one came from.
Oh. Well, we're going to move on to joint questions-ish. We're going to be talking about your album, Montana.
Ooh.
So, your album released in 2023, Montana, stems from an inside joke. What is that joke?
I kind of like that it's still inside because it bothers. Like,
I
it's
feel
so
like
funny.
you all should.
I mean, I know exactly what it is.
The podcast.
You all should be Michael Scott.
But
and
once
just
you
want
tell
to be
it,
a part
though,
of an inside joke someday.
once you tell it, though, it's so uninteresting.
Yeah.
It's such an uninteresting.
It's a lot more boring.
How about
than
you
people
tell me
think.
right now, and then it'll be a long, continuous beep.
It's so uninteresting.
Well, I asked, and you're under obligation to tell me.
I didn't sign shit. I didn't sign.
He
He
said
gave you a
sure.
pretzel.
My turn.
I did give you a fucking pretzel.
You did give me a present.
Yeah.
Give me a
We've
Modelo,
already
I'll tell you.
bartered the.
I'll give you whatever you want.
You heard it here first, folks.
We have it on camera now. Next shift.
Next shift.
Okay, whatever. Moving on. Since you guys don't want to spill the tea, lame.
Lame.
Yes.
Your favorite song is Highway 78 because it has no lyrics. Is this because you think Sarah can't sing?
Yes.
That is great. That is great. I've like completely forgotten about this song. But that's right. You don't sing it.
I don't sing shit on that.
You don't sing it.
No.
It was. I will say that song was a part of Montana. It was the original part of Montana. And then we just thought, man, this song goes too long. How about we make it a separate thing? And Highway 78 is a highway that goes in through Montana.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's it. That's it. That's hilarious.
So, is it because you think she can't sing?
Yes.
It's not my favorite song by any stretch.
He is avoiding
Who said
saying
that?
yes or
Who
no.
said that?
Oh,
Who
he's
said
told
that?
me multiple times that he's like, we need a
That
new
is not
singer.
true.
Oh.
Not true.
That's not nice.
That's
Not nice.
I love her voice. It's a good
Yeah?
voice. Yeah.
Look me in the eyes and say it.
I love her voice.
He's lying.
He's lying. Polygraph him up. Thomas, he's gone.
Sarah. Yeah. You have an obsession with outlaws and gangsters, inspiring the song Dillinger. Do you, Sarah, see yourself as an outlaw or a gangster?
I wish I was cool enough to be a 1920s gangster. Yes.
Yeah?
I definitely would not have been.
Like robbing banks.
You don't think
Like
so?
Dillinger style.
Or like
Robin
like
Banks.
Prohibition, like
Oh,
if
yeah.
I lived in Prohibition, I really hope.
I mean, you have you wear like a pocket chain, you know?
I do. I got
Yeah.
questioned about that the other day, actually.
Oh.
No, I would
What was
like.
the question?
Well, listen. I think in a self-serving world, I would say yes. I would have been cool enough in Prohibition
Yeah.
era to have done it. But like, Dillinger was all like. I mean, anything you look up on him. I mean, did he do some cruddy things? Sure. But I mean, he was really a Robin Hood of the era. Like he would go into banks and like people would try to give them give him their money, and he would be like, "I don't want your money. I'm here for the bank's money." Like he was not there to like hurt people of the times. Like he knew everybody was hurting, and he would leave money for those people sometimes. So yeah, I do like my outlaws and my 1920s era gangsters. Yeah, gang, 1920s style.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So you do think that you see yourself as an outlaw or a gangster?
I don't see myself as one now. I think that I'm not really good at being
You
hateful
might
all
have.
the time.
Maybe you would have fallen.
Yeah, I
in
think
love
you're a
with
little
one
too
of them.
kind for that.
Yeah, she's too kind
Yeah.
for it. Yeah.
I think that I would mess
She'd be like,
up.
actually, like, I'm so sorry.
so
Can
sorry
I
I
just,
took
I
this."
am not going to kill your family. I'm
Yeah,
so
yeah, yeah.
sorry.
I don't. But you see, like Dillinger and them, they weren't murderers. Like, if I could have just
Yeah, but
stealing from like the
we're
big,
talking about them as a whole, just outlaws
As a
and gangster
whole.
as a whole. Like,
So
Well, I
maybe
mean,
you have to
even
be
if you look
specific.
at like Butch Sundance or Butch Cassidy, Butch Cassidy, he didn't even kill until it was absolutely necessary.
do you think you could kill if it was absolutely necessary?
If someone came after like my family or my friends, yeah, or my dogs, absolutely. Other than that, no. I feel like this is gonna get me in trouble in court someday.
well,
That was good. I think you're safe.
Yeah, I think I'm safe.
You're safe.
The King of the Castle rule. Do we have that in North Carolina?
I don't know what that is.
Well, I'll educate you
It
later.
means you could like defend
Just
your.
add it to
I
the
think you
list.
can,
If someone
somebody
came
enters
on
your
your
house.
property-
Okay, yeah.
and like
yeah,
they're
yeah.
threatening you, you
Yeah.
can use necessary force.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What constitutes a threat?
That's the
If someone
tricky thing.
was
I think if they're in your house though, you're pretty good to go.
yeah, or if
Yeah.
I
someone's-
don't say that. I have no idea.
physically-
That could be completely
This is
wrong.
not legal advice.
Yeah, not
This is
Yes.
not
at
legal
all.
advice. We're not
None.
lawyers.
Forget
But
it.
if someone physically came after my family, my friends, or my dogs, like that would be enough. Like
You
if
would
they, if they
turn-
were,
you
if
would
they
be
were,
like,
it's like a seeing
Gangster
red thing.
pulling my gangster out.
It would be seeing red. I think if
Yeah.
anyone comes after me, I'm not really good at like. I'm good at defending myself when I need to, but like I would defend others before myself. I feel like.
We should work on that.
Yeah, I gotta work on that. Therapy.
Tripp.
Yep.
Your song "Punks Don't Go to Prom" was inspired by a couple of OG gutter punks from high school. Tell me, what are the rules of being a punk?
That was what I was just discovering. Yeah, you're exactly right. I remember just like I just found this community and I was so stoked. And then I don't know why this guy must have been really desperate because she wanted me to go to prom with her. And I'm just like skater
Shit,
punk.
hold
dude.
on, back it up, back
I'm
it up, back
shitting
it
on
up, back it up.
myself. I'm shitting on
That's like
myself.
a-
I was just like,
what did they used to call those dances? The Hawkins dance?
no, I
Sadie
didn't.
Hall
Oh, Sadie Hall.
dance?
I did go to a cotillion and got kicked out of a cotillion
Why?
by a sheriff once. I had to go to this. I don't know if you know what cotillions are. Like
I
this.
do.
Okay, yeah. I didn't
used
want to
do
go.
beauty pageants.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I ended up dating this girl who was a cotillion person,
Yeah.
and so
Ooh.
we were there. It was actually this cool Motown band. I'm like, this is chill. And then when they would take a break, there's a DJ, and so I was there with 3 or 4 of my friends who could be rowdy. They were rich kids though, but and we were just like, we're asking you how many punk music. They didn't have anything. And the DJ was like, I got Anthrax. I'm like, the girl I was dating was standing there staring at me like this. I actually had a good time at the cotillion.
Did you ever get
Had
a
great
second
time.
date?
That we had dated for about a year, which is funny. So we dated for a year, and a week later she breaks up with me. So
Oh, because you were dancing. That's
well-
so
Your
that's
mom
where the
was just
song. No,
talking
this is
gave
about
where
her
the
the
song. Do you love me now that I can dance?
Yeah,
So every time
yeah,
they'd
yeah.
see her, people would sing that oldie song to her. But punks don't go to prom. Yeah, so I was asked, and so I had all these older friends, and I was like, I'm just thinking about going to prom. And this one dude was like, punks don't go to prom. I was like, okay, I guess punks don't go to prom. So one day I thought I'm gonna write a brilliant song about this, and instead I wrote punks don't go
Which
to prom.
Which friend was that told you that advice?
His name was John.
Oh, I don't know this one. I thought it was like Greg or somebody.
He ended up in prison.
Oh,
Yeah.
because he didn't go to prom.
Oh, or worse things.
Is that the
but-
only rule of being a punk?
No.
I think apparently the punk police. There's a bunch more about how you dress and how much
fuck that.
product
Would
you put in your
consider
hair.
yourself
And stuff. Yeah, I think so. I think I've been a punk for a long
I
time.
think that all those rules, as far as like,
I actually
the
don't know
surface
any.
rules
Like I
go,
don't. Yeah, I don't. There's not a manual for it. or
Be
a
a kind
manifesto.
human. Stick up for what you believe in. Like,
That's
don't let
punk.
the people like around you get fucked over.
I think
if you
the
can
most
help it.
punk thing is like doing things for yourself. Like
Yeah.
not needing
Yeah.
a manager, not needing someone above you.
Not
to
needing
go
a man.
and- Not well, yeah.
In all this case, I guess I'm punk.
Yeah, not needing someone to tell you what to do and you just doing things yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, lastly, and I'm probably going to butcher these names really bad. Okay, your song Regine was inspired by the tormented love story of Regine Olsen, a Danish author who was the muse of philosopher Søren Kierkegaard.
That was actually really good.
Soren Kierkegaard. Yeah.
Break down the thought process behind the creation of that song.
So I'm obsessed with his writings, and he was engaged to her, and he thought that his conceptions of romantic love were narcissistic. He thought it pulled away from the preferential love that God calls you to. God calls you away from preferential love. And he was this rich theologian philosopher, but he was in love with Regine, but he thought she had an idealistic account of love, and so he decides to break it off. It becomes really scandalous in their society, and he's tormented by it because he really does love her. He thinks that he'll be tormented till he dies, and she'll be tormented till she dies. Unfortunately for him, she's engaged to somebody else 6 months later. So then he's completely wrecked. He writes all these beautiful, wonderful, wrecked books and dies at like age 43 from really melancholy. So so I tried to write that song for her perspective about him. I have no idea. But you'd ask about what inspires you, and I was just reading him one day. I was like, I gotta write this song from her perspective about him. So yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
we're going to move on to a little game.
Okay.
That I'm actually kind of nervous for. So I made you guys nervous. Now I have to make myself nervous.
Yay.
Where I'm going to guess who wrote the lyrics. What I know is that if it's ripping your heart out, it's from you.
Mostly. I think that's mostly right.
Get up and play the game.
Sorry.
And if it's a little more fun, it's from you.
Oh, fuck
I'm
off.
a little more fun. That's actually 100% accurate.
Okay. Now I'm nervous because if I don't get these right,
Probably gonna get them right.
Well, we should have put in the 96 lyric. That's okay. Sorry. That one might have thrown you.
Yeah.
go and find that deleted message.
Yeah, go find it real quick.
Okay. So I'm nervous.
You got
Okay.
this.
You got this.
What do you win or lose? What is there something at stake?
Nothing, just respect.
Okay.
Respect. Another pretzel.
Another pretzel.
Okay, do you guys want to read them off to me and I'll guess?
So you did include that one on there.
I did.
Metaphors and literalisms and punk rockers too. Metaphors.
I think that
and
one's you.
That one is me.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
That one is you.
For the listeners, that one is Tripp.
Yep. What if the flames and the burning aren't eternity? If it's a living and breathing that's killing me.
That's Sarah.
That is 100%. I like it. It's just like, oh, that's heavy. I do. That's actually from one of our only 2 co-written songs. That I just
Look at
wrote
me
the
go.
music, but she wrote
I'm
all
not
the
going to
lyrics.
get ahead of myself yet. I might.
So and
Right.
this is another co-written one.
This is
another co-written.
see if you can get this one.
Little Miss Cassidy got caught up in a tragedy. She fell in love with a punk.
Because, see, the first part kind of sounds like you. Mm-hmm. Second part kind of sounds like you. But what if you guys are playing a joke on me?
We're not, I swear.
So
No
it's
joke.
just one person?
Yeah. This
Yeah.
This
verse.
song was a co-written song, but
Okay,
not
read
this
it again.
verse. Yeah, Little Miss Cassidy got caught up in a tragedy. She fell in love with a punk.
Was that you?
No.
Okay, that wasn't my guess, but then you smiled
was
at me.
your guess.
That wasn't my guess,
called
and
a
then you
trick.
you
That's called a
smiled at me.
That one really could have gone
called
other
a-
way.
No, I knew it was him. In my gut, I knew it was him. I'm 3 for 3. I'm 3 for 3.
Oh,
don't know.
sure.
Yeah.
So we got a Spitfire kind of fool, a Joan of Arc kind of cool. I'm hiding my smile now that you're blaming me.
Just
for
look at the
things.
screen. Poker face, man.
Okay, read it again.
Spitfire kind of fool, a Joan of Arc kind of cool.
See, now I'm like, I'm going to mess it up.
We could have included a line more before it, but I don't know if it would have been helpful.
What is it?
Hold it. Oh, I've got to think about it. And this is funny
You
because
gotta
it's
sing.
my favorite of all the songs that we have.
No, the
This one.
recent
Well,
one.
it's not
Yeah.
Highway 78.
Yeah.
That's true. What is the line before? Hey man,
I hear you.
hey man, I hear you. I love everything you do.
Yeah.
A Spitfire kind of fool, a Joan of Arc kind of cool. Hey man, I hear you. I love everything you do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Spitfire kind of fool, Joan of Arc kind of cool.
That's the whole lines.
We're gonna count you down. 3, 2.
Sarah.
Me.
Ah,
Him.
okay.
Yeah. You're gonna know this one. You know it's Sarah's fault. I bet that asshole went to prom.
Is that you?
Yeah, that was And what was funny about that line is I thought we just needed 2 verses, and I think Sarah or somebody was like, "We need a 3rd verse to this."
Yeah.
And so the lyric is literally like the song goes too long because it needs a 3rd verse. It's
I
Sarah's
think you
fault.
came up with it on the spot after I said that
Immediately,
too, because like you were like, this doesn't need it, and I'm like, yes, it does, and you were like, well, fucking here it is.
Yeah, here it is.
Yeah.
The song's too long. All right. Seeing stars and shooting hearts of the lonely.
Oh, Sarah.
Yeah.
Read that one.
That's me.
I'm trying to throw her off. I don't know how to throw her off on this. I've been playing cards and I've been throwing.
Oh my God! You don't
Scream.
want it.
I've been playing cards and throwing shots all night long. I've been playing cards and throwing shots all night long. I like that lyric.
He also likes himself a lot.
Yeah.
Who's it gonna
I
be?
do like myself a lot.
Okay,
I
say it
say
again.
that joke.
That's
I've
a
been
joke,
playing
yeah.
cards and throwing shots all night long.
Is that Sarah?
That's it.
That is
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, that's it.
Is that it?
6 or
That was
7.
pretty
See,
close.
I just want to say that like I had a gut feeling about all of them, and I went against my gut. That's why I
Never
missed.
do it.
You were the
Yeah.
queen of going with your gut.
I
Queen of
am,
going
and that's
with- it
why
could be Queen of
as
Hearts
soon as
song.
as soon as the wrong answer left my mouth, I said, "Oh my God, I have failed my gut."
it up.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
That was cool.
That was good.
I like that game.
I like that game too.
Yeah.
win
Do you
something.
guys want to throw some like stuff off the top of the dome just at me and see if I can get it?
Ooh.
Uh,
What you got?
I don't know. What's the first album we released?
What do I look like? I don't
You look
know.
like somebody did it. You clearly did a deep
Did
dive.
we or did we not release an acoustic E EP?
You did. Did you? I don't
sure?
know.
It's on.
I'm just guessing.
It's on Bandcamp, but it's not on. I don't think it's on Spotify or iTunes or
I'm pretty sure
anything
this is a
streaming.
picture of
I
me as
meant
a
lyrics,
child.
not questions about
but
you
we
guys.
Did, we
though.
did that 5-track thing that we
Oh,
never released.
yeah, we
I was
never
saying
released
there
that
was an
anywhere.
acoustic.
I was thinking of the Cowboy Stealer EP.
Yeah, it's called Come and Travis.
Okay, I'm
Three
cutting you
times
guys
more
off.
acoustic.
I've
I've
Three
got
times
3
more
more
acoustic.
questions for you.
Cool.
You can both answer them. What made you fall in love with music?
Trip.
The Clash.
No, like story.
Um,
Okay, Sarah, what made you fall in love with music?
I feel like it'd go too long. The Clash is good enough for me.
Yeah, I think that music was always around growing up, and it was like the only thing that was a constant when everything else was always changing. So it was just sort of a home.
My parents did Motown,
Yeah.
and then my brother and sister are much older than me, so they literally lived in an era of 8 tracks. So it was like 60s music, and then there was 70s and 80s music. So it was just always there. That and
For the future for you guys, any shows or anything coming up that you want to talk about?
not sure about shows. We've got a bunch of songs to record.
We
We
just
actually
were
have
on that
quite
EP.
a few songs. We just
Off
what?
Ivy.
Oh yeah. We're on a tribute compilation to the band Operation Ivy, which goes on sale December 5th through Coffin Curse Records. We've got a number
Donations
of
go to a
songs.
toy drive.
Yeah, donations go to a toy drive. We've got a bunch of new songs, and some of them are sent down. We hope to record some with Preston and Jared, and we've got some that are sent down to our friends in Georgia who recorded our album "Stay Cool Forever." That's Billy Bats and the Made Men, and so they're working on drafts of songs too. So yeah,
Yeah, and then we've got we just
shows.
released our second comp of NC Punk Sucks Volume 2, and it's got a bunch of North Carolina punk bands.
Yep.
Obviously,
It's called
from North
Shazam.
Carolina. It's called Shazam after Andy Griffith and Gomer Pyle, including
well, what we've done is we make 2 compilations. North Carolina Punk Sucks, and it's just North Carolina bands, and so it's very diverse, mostly kind of punk, some indie bands on there, but yeah, what you said
and,
actually.
yeah, what I said
What you
actually.
said,
Shut the
actually.
fuck up. Just kidding. Yeah, we are sad that our bass player Preston and our drummer Jared could not be here today, but they're also in another band called Bleach Boys who are on that compilation, and they just released their own EP, which is really, really good. They just played a show at Brown Mountain Bottle Works in Morganton, and they'll be playing with us at our next live show. Typically we do one at New Year's, but because of me, we can't do that this year. I'll be out of the country. But stay posted for any house shows and any other live shows that are coming up.
And where can we find you guys on social media? And to follow that up, how do you get vetted to be approved?
You just gotta look like, is this person a dickhead?
Okay.
And it's just like, that's
Don't
kinda
stalk
easy.
them, please.
Yeah.
Or do.
And
Whatever.
unless if
don't
you're really
welcome
kind,
it.
but no, if you're a really kind, cool, rad person, you're like, I will let them. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that Bandcamp and Instagram is it.
Bandcamp, Instagram, Spotify, Apple Music,
Oh,
wherever
yeah.
you get your music, we are up there. And just looking to hopefully build the local music scene even more.
All right. While Sarah's getting ready to sing for us and grace us with her voice that Tripp hates, few updates. Coming up this week, we'll have Dirty Grass Soul with Garrett Huffman on December 12th, Open Mic on December 19th, Excitable on December 20th, Hourglass Kids on December 27th, and our New Year's celebration on December 31st. Now going to grace us with a lovely song from
Montana.
called
Montana.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Tripp had to leave, so she's going to be harmonican.
New religion.
She's going to be harmonican by herself.
Harmonican.
And action
It's a new,
whenever you're ready.
it's a new album, Harmonican.
You're welcome. I will be collecting royalties on that.
How much percentage?
60-40? 40 to you?
That's good.
Okay.
That's good with me. I'm gonna try not to mess this up.
You got it.
Different without Tripp screaming behind me.
I can scream.
You should have.
Well, I didn't know what to scream. I wasn't allowed.
Anything. It's called feeling.
Oh
That's
yeah.
what we call art. Well, keep that one in.
You got another one for us?
Keep that one in. I got two. Follow the premiere at
You don't know our
Hickory
socials?
Premiere
Yeah.
on IG, but I don't know the new podcast one.
Hickory Premiere Podcast.
Wow, kept it original.
Yeah. That's the Premiere Podcast, the official podcast of the Premiere. You can find us on Instagram and all of our socials at Hickory Premiere or Hickory Premiere Podcast, and our website, if you want tickets to any of the upcoming shows that I went through, hickorypremiere.com.
Do it. You'll see us as bartenders.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next Monday.